Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cage, Abdul, the Cutman Muneer.
Well, here we go. It's our co-main event. 32-year-old Abdul Muneer, fighting out of Kaila, India, 6'2". One of the most talented fighters in the country. And I'm joined once again by Parvin Dabas. And welcome back. And I know you're excited about this one. I think the entire, the whole arena, the entire dome is excited about this one.
Thank you for having me back. This is a firecracker. I'll say it in Hindi, a pataka of a fight. A little trivia about Abdul. He comes from very humble beginnings. He's been a fisherman, a laborer, and he's literally worked himself up. And the fight between him and Gurdarshan is real. It's the first rivalry. Yeah, absolutely. It's for the first. It's the unofficial best Indian fighter.
Well, Muneer is one of the best that we have here at Brave Combat Federation, the Cutman. And of course, we know he is coming off that loss at Brave 1. Masio Poland gave him everything he can handle. It was a very heroic performance by the Mexican fighter. So you know Abdul Muneer wants to come back, get on the winning side of things, and get a W here. And now he has all the motivation going against a guy like Mangat.
He does. Now, a little background to their rivalry. There is a website which voted Abdul Muneer the best Indian fighter.
2016, yeah.
2016. Personally, I feel it should have gone to Muhammad Farhad because he was coming off a very strong win. But because of that, Gurdarshan Mangat called out Abdul Muneer and because he felt he deserved the title defense. And tonight, it will be decided.
I think so. I think that could be on the line. Why not? That should be on the line. The title on the line.
Unofficially, like I said, it is on the line because that's what they're fighting for, you know?
Absolutely. What a fight it's going to be. This one most definitely has the most hype out of any of the fights on the card. Abdul Muneer is inside the cage. He's going to take his time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cage. His opponent, Gurdarshan Saint Lion Mangat.
And Gurdarshan, the very, very confident 30-year-old fighter, 9-1. Of course, has Indian roots, but he trains and fights out of Canada, British Columbia. And yeah, this guy seems to have all the tools. At 9-1, he's been in there with some really tough competition. But I don't think he's been in as tough a competition as Abdul Muneer. I think this is his toughest competitor to date, in my opinion.
I agree. He says he carries 2 flags, the weight of 2 countries. He means business when he's come here. If you saw the weigh-ins, they were literally at each other's throats. Very, very talented. I think Abdul is going to try to avoid Mangat taking him to the ground. Abdul is going to try to keep the fight on his feet.
Yeah, I think the speed advantage is definitely going to be with Gurdarshan in this fight. I think Muneer's very quick, but he's a bigger fighter. Gurdarshan's used to fighting with flyweights. Taking a look at the tail of the tape, about the same in the age, very similar in the record. It's just going to come down to who wants it more between these two. Is it going to be Muneer or is it going to be Mangat? Let's go to our official introductions with Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening, and we'll establish once and for all who is India's best fighter. 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. This bout is sanctioned by All India MMA Federation. And let's introduce our first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and 2 losses. He stands 174 centimeters tall and weighs 65.8 kilograms. Representing Team Relentless and fighting out of Kaila, India. Put your hands together for Abdul, the Cutman Muneer. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 9 wins and 1 loss. He stands 172.72 centimeters tall, and weighs a ready 65 kilograms. Representing Revolution Fight Team and 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu and fighting out of Surrey, British Columbia, give it up for Gurdarshan St. Lion Mangat! Your referee is Scott Manhart.
Well, it's all come down to this, our co-main event in the featherweight division. Gurdarshan Mangat
I have to say,
taking on the cut man.
Coming into the fight, Abdul's been very emotional. I think part of the success he might enjoy in the fight is if he can control his emotions. Gurdarshan has seemed very cool, calm and collected leading up to the fight. Let's see what happens then.
Gurdarshan in the all black, that is Muneer in the black with the white and red trim. And now we get into the clinch and we really see who's going to be stronger in the clinch between the two. Big right hand by the cut man. Wow, look at these two going after it. Now Abdul Muneer has him up against the fence. Quick striking from the cut man.
You can really see the rivalry between these two coming through.
Yeah, we saw the ceremonial martial arts demonstration at our weigh-in from the dancers and the fighters from Kylo. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's called Kalaria Pattu, and it's a Kerala martial arts.
Very, very impressive. A lot of fun to watch. So much support for Abdul Muneer at this fight. A lot of pressure on his shoulders, like you said, just named 2016 Indian Fighter of the Year, and I think Gurdarshan wants to really spoil that as he throws that big knee up there and connects.
He gets a low blow.
And we have an unintentional low blow, but it's going to bring Muneer down to his knees. Tough spot there. Unintentional low blow there by Gurdarshan Mangat.
Hey, no coaching.
Things already slowing down a little bit in this one. They kind of got off to a very quick start. You could tell they were just itching to get at each other. And finally, like you were there for the first face-off and how tense it was. And then at the weigh-ins, it just escalated even more and more.
It's the first rivalry in Indian MMA, and it is really genuine. They genuinely do not like each other.
That's amazing. It's amazing that this is the nastiest rivalry that you've seen in this country up to date. That's incredible.
There's been a lot of talk between them both about citizenship, about who's the real Indian, accusations of drugs and steroids. So it's gotten a little nasty.
Yeah, social media has been on fire for the last month or so between these two, and just all leading up to this. Brave Combat Federation, our co-main event. Gurdarshan Mangat and Abdul Muneer battling it out here. Muneer's going to take his time. You better believe he's going to come back out and fight.
Team Relentless is 1-1 up till now, so let's see what happens with them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They want to take home that second victory and have a successful night. Looks like Muneer is most definitely going to continue. We got a fight on our hands, and right back to it, Mangat and Muneer. Looking for a big head kick. Gurdarshan trying to use that striking right hand. Oh, and it stunned him a bit. Gurdarshan is going to go for a desperation takedown. He is feeling the power of the cut man from Kyla.
And this is the way we expected the fight to go. Abdul wanting to keep it on his feet with that strong right hand, and Mangat wanting to take it down.
Big shots there, though, by Mangat coming out of the clinch. Well, you can really see the power of Abdul, couldn't you?
He's a very strong guy.
Yes, sir. That's okay.
Now Abdul Muneer trying to maybe bring this fight down to the ground or possibly just set up some more strikes from the clinch. He's been very successful up to now.
Yes, movement, Gary. I want lots of movement. He's already starting to feel it, right?
You just got a feeling that something big is going to happen at any second.
Go, Gary. Constant reset. Angles. Yeah.
Part of the talk between them has always also been between their training, about their training. Mangat, of course, has trained with TriStar and a lot of high-level athletes in Canada. Muneer has been very, very proud of training in India.
Ooh, and setting it up, nearly catching him with that right hand. As Mangat has been focused on the kicks, he doesn't want to get time and have Muneer land that big right hand, because he might not come back from that. No, having big camps like that's very, very important. But sometimes it's fighters from smaller camps. Sometimes they're just the better fighters, so it definitely doesn't guarantee you a victory.
Once that ring door closes, everything changes.
You better believe it. Throwing a knee of his own, nearly catching him there in the lower regions. Abdul Muneer. Mangat doing a great job of staying on his feet.
Yes, thank you. Let's go. We control that hand and head position. He's got the head position right now. Let's go and switch our hips, Gary.
Gurdarshan Mangat, of course, is
Yes, there we go.
engaged right now, getting ready to be married. Has a great life up in BC.
Let's move. Yes.
Also gets on the internet and does a little twitching. You know about the Twitch?
I want that head position,
Well,
Gary.
about the
I've heard
Twitch
about
life.
it. I've heard about it. I've heard Demetrius Johnson does a lot of it.
Yeah, he makes a great living out of it, actually. And Gurdarshan trying to do a bit of the same. Great on social media.
Yes, that's
Right
right.
now, Abdul Muneer, though, is punishing up against the cage.
Cross face. Let's cross face. Yes. Cross face, Gary. Yep. And now throw little short elbows there. Little short elbows.
Abdul Muneer is trying to set something up. And here comes Gurdarshan. Exploding. A lot of gas in the tank for both of these fighters. Big right hand. Gurdarshan landed a big shot. Muneer's hurt.
Muneer is hurt, yes.
He's hurt in a bad way, and now swarming is St. Lion. Can he put away the cut man from Kyla?
We want elbows. Yes. Oh, no, no.
Oh, and he's got that arm underneath. He nearly had a choke set up. Can he finish the fight? Scott Manhart's watching very closely. And it looks like Muneer might get out of the round.
Mangat's not putting much into it in the end. He knows he's going to survive.
Wow. So
Muneer is pointing towards his groin. He feels he got hit in the groin and the referee didn't notice it.
Well, we're going to run this replay back and we'll see if that's exactly what it was. It didn't seem like it was a big shot that put him to the ground, so that could be. Let's take a look at our replay. Right out of the gate, these two were like bulls in a china shop, going after each other. And we saw the power of Muneer, and we also saw Mangat has a little power of his own. There you see the big right hand nearly get through the movement of Mangat. Trying to see that spot, and we couldn't quite track down exactly when that could have happened. It wasn't really evident.
No.
But Muneer, obviously something went wrong because he went down to a knee and it looked like he was going to be finished. Now it's time for Abdul Muneer.
Muneer is still complaining about the low blow, which he felt happened.
Well, Mark Goddard and Scott Manhart both seem to both see that the shot was to the stomach. And here we go, round number two. Mangat and Muneer, can he use that momentum? St. Lion trading inside leg kicks. Spinning body kick by Muneer, the cut man, exciting the crowd.
Both seem to still have a lot of gas in the tank.
Now we're going to turn it into a clinch battle once again as Muneer puts him right in front of us up against the fence. Abdul Muneer wants this in a very, very bad way, and Gurdarshan hasn't really let his nerves get too crazy. He stayed pretty calm about it. He's gotten under the skin of Muneer. You can see from the weigh-in and from their interactions that Muneer really wants to win this fight.
Yes, that's what I was saying, that Muneer seemed a bit emotional leading up to the fight because Mangat had managed to get under his skin.
it can make a big difference. It can make you fight a different way, get away from what you're good at, get away from a game plan.
Well, that's what the mind game is all about, and Mangat knew what he was doing.
This is such a big fight for Gurdarshan Mangat, and now
And he
he's
gets-
ready. Uh-oh!
They both get some elbows in.
Looked like the one from Muneer may have hit a little bit harder, though. He just has more power in his fist. And a nice takedown by Gurdarshan. Wow, we saw a nice little exchange there with the elbows. Gurdarshan landed 2, but that one from Muneer seemed to equal or be even a little bit more devastating. That's a difference in a guy that's traditionally fighting at featherweight, taking on a guy that's a flyweight.
Yep.
There's going to be that difference in power.
Because even Mangat's gain in weight is essentially temporary.
Absolutely. I mean, I think he's basically about what he walks around at, and he's able to eat and do whatever he wants at this point. Muneer actually has to cut.
Which makes for a happy fighter.
100%. And here comes the ground and pound. Mangat wants to finish this fight, but Muneer's not going away. Looking to spring off of the cage. Goes into side control. Now it's time for the elbows. Shots to the body, shots to the head.
Remember, we're gonna pull out any. Yeah, let's get past that leg though, okay? No space, Gary. Let's pass that leg. You're almost there.
Battling right now is Gurdarshan on top and just kind of tallying up points right now and just kind of,
Well, this is
Scoring
where
good.
Mangat feels at home.
and we knew coming into this, if it went to the ground, that Mangat was most likely going to have the advantage. It looks like that's absolutely true, as he's doing a little cutting of his own to the cut man.
And Abdul did admit, leading up to the fight, that Mangat had a better ground game, and he was going to try to keep it on his feet.
Grinding it out. Gurdarshan Mangat, and he's underneath the chin. How tight is it? It looks like he might have a nice vice on him. He may choke the life out of the cut man from Kyla. But Muneer seems to have his head in the right position. He turns his chin.
And he's out.
Oh, now it's in deep. But the chin is still low. He's unable to get underneath the chin and really apply the choke. He's going to come from the other direction. Gurdarshan Mangat in a dominant position. Can he put away the fan favorite here in Mumbai?
Very good, very good. And there we go.
Is he underneath the chin? It still doesn't appear that he's underneath the chin.
Seems to be more on his face than under the chin still.
Just a nasty face lock, but how much left does Muneer have?
We want our seatbelt. Let's not get too high, right there.
Marvin, he's a warrior. He's not going away.
Yep, he is a warrior, and he's not going to go away that easy. He wants to win this fight really desperately.
One after another, strike after strike. Mangat is really adding them up. Has the hooks in, and he wants to finish this fight. He doesn't want it to get out of this round. Just unable to get underneath the chin. At this point, you got to maybe look to finish with strikes and just maybe get a TKO.
Looks like Muneer is going to survive another round. There you go.
He is a survivor. Abdul Muneer surviving. We're going to go to one more round, the third and final round between these two Indian fighters. Who's it going to be? Who's going to take that last round?
This is really leading up to the fight we thought it would be.
And I know you probably can't hear this at home, but they are playing the Punjabi MCs.
They are.
You got to love it.
Yep. This is Indian MMA.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and what a great showing it's been as you take a look at the replay. This one has been a dogfight. But Mangat had a dominant round here. Muneer's really going to have to switch things up, and it's not going to be easy because he's in a bad way right now, Marvin.
He did, but this is really turning out to be the fight the fans wanted. It seems to be the fight of the night, at least for the fans up till now.
100%.
One of India's
there it
premier
is.
coaches, Jitinder Khare, of course, giving Muneer some advice.
The Evolution MMA squad. But this is what it comes down to, the third and final round. They've battled for 10 minutes. They got 5 more to go. Time to go to work, time to knuckle up and throw down. Third and final round, Mangat Muneer, baby.
Mangat seems to have a lot more in the gas tank than Muneer, but let's see.
Looks like he is going to try to pick him apart, Marvin. Oh, but Muneer, he may have been playing possum. He threw out some big strikes.
He lets it fly.
Letting those hands go. Abdul Muneer, he never has a trouble with that. Now kind of getting into a flow, the two of them. Oh, and Mangat closes distance and puts him on his back.
I think Muneer got a little careless there for a second.
A little careless. He thought that they had kind of come to an agreement that they were
There
going to
was
stand, and Mangat
but
said,
there was
no
no
way.
such agreement.
No
Mangat is
agreement.
going to take it to the ground the chance he gets.
He has been so destructive and so effective on the ground. You got to believe Gurdarshan Mangat is going to try to finish it from the ground. All over him is Gurdarshan. He nearly finished the fight in round number 2.
Muneer just doesn't want to lose. It's a very strong instinct. He does not want to lose
It's the
to
will,
Mangat.
yeah.
He just doesn't want to lose.
One man is going to have to emerge victorious. Can Muneer somehow, some way, maybe force a stand up or scramble to his feet? Because it's going to be really tough from his back to take out a guy like Gurdarshan.
And Muneer's coach goading him to get up. But easier said than done when you have Mangat on top of you.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Well,
he stalled him just enough time. And now we got plenty of time here with under 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes.
Hopefully this time Muneer won't get lulled into being taken down again, but
Gurdarshan,
so I spoke too
man.
soon.
How explosive was that? He charged forward and put him on his back.
Ref warning Muneer not to get his toes entangled or to hold on to the cage.
Gurdarshan's so good. You talked about training with TriStar and how good is a guy that's about to come back in George St. Pierre. He was so good and always right at that right time, bringing it to the ground, grinding out victories.
He's come into this fight with a lot of confidence.
More than he's ever had. And Gurdarshan, he has his eyes on a prize here. He wants to be the best. It's not about belts. It's not about the championships at this point. It's about being the best Indian fighter.
Mangat told us he represents Indians all over the globe. That's what he wants to be seen as, and that's what he's doing.
Absolutely, and they are spread all over the globe, and he does represent that population. Here we go. Mangat trying to throw a little ground and pound, trying to isolate those arms is Muneer. Stalling out a little bit. The arms are trapped. Muneer doing a great job of trapping those arms.
Mangat trying very hard to finish this on the ground here.
He's going to change position and get right back into it. Sitting in half guard. Gurdarshan Mangat still punishing, still dominating, and smothering the cut man. Here comes the strikes, left hands coming through. A battle of attrition.
Abdul's corner telling him to try and get his back towards the cage.
40 seconds left. Round number 3. Scott Manhart tells them to advance position. Here comes the strikes to the body. Trying to do anything that he can. About 20 seconds remaining. Just kind of tied up right now, Mangat and Muneer. And this appears like this is where it's going to end for these two.
Muneer doing a decent job of defending from his back right now.
Big elbow coming through for St. Lion.
And that is the end.
That is the end.
Great fight. And both of these guys said when
What a
they
battle.
spoke to each other.
Folks, we got our official decision coming up. We'll go to the scorecards. Coming back from Mumbai. All right, let's go to our decision. Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a war that was. We go to the judges' scorecard. The first judge scores it 30-26. Judge 2, 30-27. And the third judge, 30-27. For your winner, by unanimous decision, Gurdarshan, St. Lion, Mangat!